Captain America!
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your host, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Rip your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022, and this is episode number 606 of the Panels on Pages podcast. Everybody's back together. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Oh man, I'm gonna be one dirty boy.
Jose Guzman.
Back together, and these fuckers want to get paid.
I know, right? Kelly Harris is here. What's up, Kelly?
I'm your dad.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
I'm back, and I drove a rug all the way here to the podcast.
Well, there you go.
Oh man, you got it
That
laid
solves
out
last
for
week's
us?
mystery.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Perfect. I'm gonna lay down on it right now.
All right, thank you. Careful, Jose's going to turn it into a diorama. So.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get some lays in first, Jose.
Whoa, whoa,
All right,
whoa.
you get some lays in.
What
Roll
kind
it
of
up
lazy
into a nice
getting
tight
into,
ball.
buddy?
All right, it's comfy. It's comfy. It's a good rug. I like it.
I've been working on some dioramas, just buying little furniture and shit like that for stuff. And the other day, Jax was like, "Hey, why don't you just have Jose build you one out of trash?"
Jose's
What
looking
was
for
your
some
answer?
projects
I'm
coming
wondering
up.
the same thing.
I'm. The garage is getting whipped into shape as we speak throughout the week.
It's
Look
so
at that rhyme.
It's so funny seeing Lee's pictures on Instagram of his Mezco
I think they're cool.
112 collection, which are very cool. But Lee, as a rule, isn't one to be like hashtag this, hashtag that, tagging someone, tagging that. And then to see that, and then right below is his daughter just dragging him. Every
I was thinking
damn time.
you should probably just take away her internet, Lee. Just keep her away from the internet. It'll be better, I think, for everyone. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know where she gets it. I don't know where she'd pick up such dry humor and sarcastic quantities.
And latching on to Mahoney's posture in a funhouse mirror. Like, what the fuck?
I am being, for all of you out there in the world who don't know, including Zoe's classmates, I am being bullied and attacked for standing like a completely normal human being.
It's true. Like,
She said, "Look at Mahoney. He's standing."
when the whole
Roasted.
shit
Look
went
at
down,
Mahoney standing there with his arms like normal arms.
Roast.
Look at him standing there taking a picture with his cell phone. Okay, boomer.
Every single time I see a picture of somebody standing like that, I send it to her. I'm like, look at this guy standing here like a normal person.
Okay, well,
No bullshit. I was leaving the other day. I was pulling out to go somewhere. I forget what. And her and Jax were outside working on something. And I'm like, oh, they're being really cute. I'm going to take a picture of them. And so I pull out my phone, take a picture. And Zoe goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, you guys are being cute. I'm just gonna take a picture. He goes, wait. I gotta stand like Mahoney first. And then Jax goes, oh shit, me too. So like, now take it. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess this is what we're doing.
Roasted. You fucking stander.
Yeah, Zoe was like, hey, check this out. Let me do a cool pose that will be easily cut out from this photo and put into any other photo Mahoney wants.
It is nice to have a new thing I can put into pictures. But I got that. She did pay me back by putting me in a crack house. Apparently, people still visit crack houses.
Went dark real quick.
Yeah,
She's
you
like,
go
oh,
stand
yeah?
in crack houses.
I
you started fucking
stand?
around with photos, and then I'm talking to her at the table, and she's just clearly not listening. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why aren't you paying attention? She goes, sorry. I'm clicking pictures of crack houses. And I'm like, what? Why? She's like, don't worry about it. You'll see. Like, the kids still do crack? She's like, it doesn't matter. This needs to happen. I'm like, okay.
Just a bunch of pictures. It's a bunch of pictures of me touring my damaged Airbnb after a TikTok star threw a party.
Oh, that's ridiculous. So what the fuck else is going on? Took Jax to see the new Dragon Ball movie. He was almost too goddamn excited. He had never had a chance to see one in the theater before. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. Goku and Vegeta are off the planet for the whole fucking thing, so it's not just another, Goku and Vegeta save the day story, which is very refreshing. It's very cool. I wasn't sold on the look of it, but I don't know, man. When the movie got rolling, it looked really fucking cool, man. Like, it's all CG, but it looks very much like a traditional anime, but also like the painted texture and shit. I've never seen anything like it. It's very, very unique. But it was real weird, and Kelly might be the only one to understand this, but like it was really weird not seeing the Funimation logo pop up in front of it. The fucking Crunchyroll did instead. And it was like when, it was like the first Star Wars that didn't have the 20th Century Fox fanfare in front of it. It's just like, oh, this is all right. It's Dragon Ball, but it is missing the fucking thing. This is weird.
It's still weird that Funimation bought Crunchyroll and then just absorbed their name.
And
who had the bigger name, though?
Crunchyroll practices. It was kind of neck and neck, really.
Yeah,
I
think
they were both sort of.
I'm counting the letters, but it feels like it's about the same.
I know of Funimation. I've heard of them, but I know and hear of Crunchyroll's name a lot more.
I think Crunchyroll has a better rep in Japan, just in terms of like working with studios, than Funimation does, or did at this point, I should say.
No, their app is way fucking better. The Funimation app is garbage. I wasn't mad about that.
Neither one is great to me. I got an email from Crunchyroll. They're like, "Hey, we're discontinuing support of a bunch of apps. Hope you don't use any of these."
Yeah, it's not great, but I don't know. I feel like it at least, I can with reasonable certainty, if I'm using the PlayStation app for Crunchyroll, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll definitely get to watch what I want to watch.
Yeah.
the Funimation one's a real roll of the dice. You never really know if it's going to work or not.
Yeah, I've just at this point now, I just cast it from my phone to my TV.
That's not a bad plan. But yeah, but it's kind of weird though, is because when they absorbed Crunchyroll, they didn't have like uncut versions of a lot of their stuff. They just had the simulcast versions, whereas Funimation had the uncut stuff. And now Crunchyroll still just has the old simulcast versions. So
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has not made its way over yet.
It has not. No, it hasn't made its way over. And then I know I saw some people talking about they bought out Right Stuff Anime, which was a retailer, an online shop.
Yeah, that
and
sucks.
immediately, like, oh yeah, no, all the adult stuff is fucking gone. And it was
Yeah.
like the one place you could do that. There, that kind of shit, got to get it somewhere. And they were like one of the big ones, and it's like, nope, not anymore. It's like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah, that
A
sucks.
real move. What are the perverts supposed to do now, Kelly?
I don't know. And I guess they just dumped it all on some like random website no one's ever heard of.
They're like, they know what Pornhubs is.
Yeah.
They'll be all right.
No, see, but this is a community that still very much enjoys their physical media.
Oh, they love the literature.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
They love the physicals?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, and so not having that outlet kind of sucks for them. And and it happened like overnight. It was like, oh, everything's cool. Funimation bought it, it's all gone. Like, wait, what? Like, okay, very bizarre. But
yeah, it was still so weird when the takeover happened and you just get the email from Funimation where they're like, hey, so we're not gonna be putting up new stuff. We're also not gonna cancel your account, so you got to do that.
yeah,
you should
like,
go
we'll still
subscribe
have all
to
the old
Crunchyroll.
shit. Yeah, you're gonna keep this account open, but you're gonna want to get a new Crunchyroll account if you want new shit. But we're not gonna take the old shit down. And we'll definitely transfer over your queue and shit. They did not transfer over the queues. They did not do that either.
No. Oh, yeah, no. They flat out said it's like, just cancel this. You do it, not us.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, we're gonna give you a nice lengthy trial for Crunchyroll, and then fuck you, it's your problem.
Yeah.
Very weird. But on the Dragon Ball front, Tuesday right before the show, I was doing some Transformers surgery and cut the bejesus out of my fucking thumb. Like, sliced an X-Acto blade down in it, probably about half an inch. I ended up with this really cool crescent-shaped cut, and still not quite all the way healed yet. Probably could have used some stitches, but I just glued it shut because I had a show to do, and I'm a goddamn professional. But come the weekend, Jax is riding a Dragon Ball High. He's like, let's play some Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm like, sure.
Oh no.
And we're playing, and he's just kicking my ass. And I'm like, why is this so fucking hard? And then I'm like, oh, I'm trying to play a fucking fighting game with a gash in my thumb. That's why this shit hurts. Like, I'm like, this fucking hurts. And like, I was like every weenie little brother in every 90s sitcom. I was like, I'm only losing because my thumb hurts. And he's like, yeah, whatever, old man. I'm kicking the shit out of you. I'm like, no, like, I think I have to stop. He's like, you're only stopping because you're losing. I go, no, fucker. And I'm in a lot of pain.
That's when you
Like,
reset
nope.
the PlayStation.
Fucking
nope.
rebladed himself to take so he couldn't get lost.
Yeah.
I'm the best now. I'll fucking beat you in Dragon Ball. We were talking about where to go for dinner tonight, and he was trying to convince me to go to fucking Popeyes. I'm like, I don't want to wait for fucking half an hour for chicken. He goes, I get to pick because I beat you in Dragon Ball. I'm like, fuck you.
I get to sleep with mom now.
Jesus.
You get in the bunk bed. I'm the
I
man
like
of the
that
house.
now he sounds like fucking Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes, that's what I was going for.
Exactly.
As soon as Nye said it, I was like, oh man, that's Kuyabora from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Nailed it.
And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is, I don't know, it's more of a Mahoney thing than a me thing, I guess. But just had a real moment the other day when I'm like, oh yeah, Mahoney has his finger on a very, very different pulse than I do.
It's very true.
We were talking about something. I forget what it was, but then Mahoney was like, no, I don't know why the fuck you're busy talking about this. You got to hear about this lady and her fucking Instagram scandal. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that even is.
You know who Aubrey
You know
O'Day
who
is, and
Aubrey
I don't
is,
want you
yeah.
to pretend you don't.
Well, no, yeah, Aubrey O'Day, that was it. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck Aubrey O'Day is.
I'm still not
And
convinced I know who this is.
You all know
then-
Aubrey O'Day.
But here's the thing. You threw
What
up
do
that,
I know her from?
You know her
GIF.
from that
From
puzzle
this?
face gif.
from
like-
the Popcast, from the decade that we have been hanging out and making fun of Aubrey O'Day. If you don't remember our inside jokes that are 10 years old, how is the audience supposed to?
Like you put up like the scrunched up face gif. I'm like, oh yeah, the gif face lady. I know who she is, but like I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why she's.
It's like I remember this.
That is Making the Band 3 winner and star, Aubrey O'Day, member of Danity Kane.
Mm-hmm. Also a
you
contestant on the
trying to
Celebrity
sit here and
Apprentice.
tell me you don't know Danity Kane?
I really
What
don't.
now? I've never heard of this.
I swear to God, I don't. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Nice.
you
Play
know, context
Heartbreaker
clues
for
tells
Kelly
me-
right now.
I mean, I figured she was some sort of an influencer, talker, person, or whatever. So
She
what-
did.
what
So
was-
back in the day, they did Making the Band, and I forget what his name was at the time. Perfect. I doubt we'll even get demonetized because I don't think anybody owns this song. I think it's just in the public record.
Didn't
So they
sound
did Making the
familiar.
Band, and I don't recall what he went by at the time, if it was P. Diddy or Puff Daddy or whatever. But Diddy,
Dirty Daddy Money.
yeah, he took. So this was right before that. This was right before whatever his Dirty Money name was, and he took over Making the Band, and he made an all-girl group, Danity Kane, and then he did like 2 seasons with them. Then he made a boy group whose name I do not remember, and then he like
You mean to tell
like-
me you don't remember Hidgety Fluff, the Making the Band season 4
So then he
act?
crossed
Fuck.
it all over, and he made them all like date each other because that's how you get the audiences all engaged. And then they all went out on tour. It was this whole big thing. It was like the biggest thing on MTV and VH1 for like the early 2000s.
See, I didn't know
have
her at
no
all
idea.
from that. I knew her from Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah. Then she went on Celebrity Apprentice. Then she went on and did all. Then she essentially got revealed as like a straight up lunatic. And modern day Aubrey O'Day.
You mean to tell me a lady who went on 4 different reality shows is mentally unhinged? I don't believe it.
Sure is. Modern day Aubrey O'Day is in big hot water with the TikTok
Yeah,
community.
why are they mad at her?
Big hot
Because-
water.
She has been photoshopping herself into pictures. So she'll be like, I'm having a glorious time on my vacation in Bali. And she'll post a picture on Instagram, but it's not a real picture. It's a picture of her photoshopped into like another picture that is either some other influencer's picture or it's like a promotional picture of Bali. Like it's not her picture. She just photoshops herself in and is like, what a wonderful
Oh,
time.
shit.
She could be in fucking Indonesia. Like she could be in Indiana, like working next to Kerouac for all we know. Like we don't know where she is. But yeah,
Okay,
so then some
That one is
TikToker
really stupid.
called her out.
That one doesn't. Yeah, that one is ridiculous.
Yep.
Some
So
of these
this-
can work, but
This lady on TikTok figured it out and was like, check out this lunatic. And Aubrey O'Day lost her goddamn mind and was like, fuck you, TikTok lady. What do you mean I'm not in Bali? Of course I'm in Bali. And photoshopped herself into a picture hugging Jesus and told the girl on TikTok that she has to stop washing her pussy in the sink.
That's
Solid
that's
defense.
that's an insult right there.
that is okay.
Because if you point out that a D-list celebrity is potentially not on the magnificent vacation that she's pretending to be on, it of course means that you wash your vagina in the sink.
I mean,
Okay.
Logic stands up.
I feel like
That was a
washing your
fucking
vagina
ride.
in the sink would be efficient.
Real convenient, yeah.
It depends on where the sink's at.
And where you put the tablet that you're watching HBO on.
Well, you're probably gonna have to mount the sink, aren't you? You're gonna have to get up there.
You got at least
Well, I
one
mean, if
leg
you're not
up
worried
there.
about the floor.
You can't
That's
just
what I'm
be
saying.
like splashing water from the sink to your vagina.
I mean, maybe.
Who amongst us hasn't rinsed our nuts in a sink once or twice?
I mean, yeah. Sometimes you just need to take a good old horse bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it in the old days.
Sometimes you just need to fill up the sink and make some ball tea.
Yeah.
Fill up the sink.
If you've never rinsed your balls off in a sink, I'm sorry, we can't be friends. That's real life shit.
Speaking of smelly balls, I was using our master bedroom toilet at one point before we were going to bed, and then Mary came and used it after me. I just peed. She said it smelled like my balls when she went in there to use the toilet. And I'm not gonna lie, them balls were pretty smelly at that point.
She just walks in, she goes, ugh, soup.
Oh, god damn.
I can't believe you don't remember Aubrey O'Day. We had so many memes of Aubrey O'Day.
Yeah, but
But that doesn't mean
But that doesn't mean
who it
he's
is.
got to know like what the backstory of each meme.
like
Yeah, you make memes of my actual real life friends. You don't know who they are.
That's very true. I mean, I know what I call them. I don't know what
Yeah.
their real names are.
Exactly.
what do you call him?
Floorman.
Floorman.
Yeah.
Billy Floorman.
Bathroom floor with a
in the early
dog guy.
2000s, I was at my absolute fucking poorest, living in the world's tiniest apartment in Ingleside, Illinois. So I didn't even have TV.
So
Why?
I think what you're telling me is you were auditioning for Making the Band, and that's why you aren't at home watching Making the Band.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
get my sob
Okay.
story together
That
for
makes
the
sense.
judge.
That tracks.
So
Well,
you're not,
anyways, I know
stanking on the
everyone else
bathroom with-
remembers Aubrey O'Day.
I mean,
And
hey,
keep your eyes
I'm
peeled.
okay.
Keep your head on a swivel. She could be behind you right now. You don't know where she is.
That- with the crazy bug eyes.
Real Carmen Sandiego vibes. She could be anywhere in the fucking world.
You know where she's not though? Bali.
Definitely not there.
We know that for a fucking fact. So when,
She wrote
you're not
that
stinking up your bathroom, what you doing, Nice?
Oh, well, so this week, as is tradition every year, loaded up the car, got all the family together, and went on a road trip to Maryland to stay at the beach for a week. It's wild.
This is such a coincidence.
Man, I haven't been doing much. I keep, the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've just been keeping everybody up with the shows that I'm watching. So, yes, finished the rehearsal.
Yes.
I'm still the finale is the point where I don't know if Lee would like it.
Oh, really?
Because the ending is kind of nebulous. Would you agree, Kelly?
Yes.
Yes, like you never really get this huge payoff, but wow, it is something else. And
The abyss gazes back in on itself like 4 different times.
I don't know how much we've gone into the concept, but specifically, there's some points in the show where not only are they doing the main rehearsal, which is raising a kid, being in a relationship, or raising a kid as a two-parent family.
Yeah.
But then as problems arise in that rehearsal, he then sets up a rehearsal of that rehearsal with a completely different set of actors.
Including one
Like,
playing
what?
him.
Yeah, yes. And it, like, at one point, I think they're like 4 layers deep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It is
The fucking bit when they're after they visit the one kid's house and they get in the car and he turns to the other kid and goes, "You got everything you need?" I lost it.
What the fuck?
That other kid was a really good actor.
Sure, very good.
He's got a future ahead of him.
Oh my god.
That little kid though made me sad. I felt bad for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. So just watch it. You can't really tell you much more than that. If it is,
It's
I caught
one
up
of the
on
most
most of
wild
my
things I've
stories.
ever seen.
yeah. There's nothing else like it on television or that has ever been done.
I have no idea what season 2 could possibly be.
After watching all of the rehearsal, Mary put on Bob's Burgers again, just as kind of comfort food, something to have on while we're looking at our phones. And I realized Tina is Nathan Fielder. Like their voices are identical almost. It's not him playing Tina, but it just very much reminded me of him. And then the other thing that we've been watching, and we finished it up this week, is the Amazon Prime League of Their Own series, which those of you that weren't in the 3-man booth last week, I described it as one of the gayest shows I've ever seen in my life. Lot of ladies making out, like every episode. Did not expect this from a League of Their Own series. Then I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about the original League of Their Own movie. And, there's Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell. And then watching the series, there's at least 5 main characters on the Rockford Peaches that are gay or like non-binary, identifies as a he on the Rockford Peaches. And I'm thinking about it, and like, yeah, fucking they start a women's baseball league in the middle of World War II. You better believe there is going to be a lot of lesbians playing baseball.
Well, yeah.
I never even considered it. But even like you look at the movie, Rosie O'Donnell's in it. She wasn't out publicly at the time, but clearly playing a lesbian. Never even thought about it.
That movie is very good. I like that movie a lot.
The show is good shit.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, my sister
Yeah,
would
finished.
get on a kick, and she would watch that like fucking 4 times a day during the summer.
Yeah.
Just repeat.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, I finished up my stories over the weekend too, kind of working on some models and stuff. So I got caught up on all the stuff that I was already doing, so I can check out this Nathan show.
Well, it's
Yeah.
6
Who-
episodes. I
who-
think they're like about 30 minutes apiece, so you could probably sit down and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not.
Who would have guessed that both Riverdale and the Superman show would both feature extinction level events that had to be thwarted by the protagonists?
Man,
Man,
can't
one of
wait
those
to
you
catch
kinda
up
see
on
coming.
Riverdale. I watched the
This-
last
man.
5 minutes of Riverdale just because. How could you not? And that shit looks so crazy.
Oh, it's completely insane. I love it so much.
Yeah, this season started fucking bonkers, and like it never stopped.
It kept just ramping up every episode.
Yeah, they never let the foot off the gas. One of my favorite parts is towards the end, Cheryl, who now has magic powers, and her witch girlfriend reach out to Cheryl's old ancestor who they had trapped in a doll for help. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll help you. But first, I want you to bring over that girl you used to date, and me and my old lover from back in the day are going to inhabit your bodies and fuck. Then we'll help you once we get we get some nookie in. Then we'll save the day. And I'm like, what? Like, you can't just ask somebody. Oh, there they go. They're doing it. Okay.
They did it.
Yeah, they sure damn did. Oh, it's fucking wild. And that's not even like the 5th most craziest thing that happened in that episode, probably.
No.
Oh, it's nuts.
Like when Veronica brought out a special blade so Archie could cut his hand open so they could transfer their blood into each other and use that to transfer their powers into Cheryl,
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Perfect.
who is the Phoenix.
Yes. Yeah. It's just magical. It's the fucking craziest shit. I love it. That Superman show, also quite good. Would recommend the Superman show.
Don't get too attached.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Don't name it. Don't give it
That
a
shit
name.
is
You'll get
wild.
attached.
We should probably talk about it just because it's so incredibly newsworthy. You know, they canceled this Batgirl movie that was supposed to have Michael Keaton Batman in it. And the excuse was they would make the money off of the insurance
They
or
would be able to claim the losses
of
of not putting the movie out. Claim the losses on taxes.
So
Yeah.
then
And the Warner Brothers boss was like, what do you mean? Like, they're not going to go out to a theater and pay to see the movie, right? So, like, we're never going to make money on the movie, right? Fuck it. You know?
the filmmakers went in to see if they could like salvage anything, and they were locked out.
Yep. Well, it was half, let's not release this so we can write off the losses. And then a lot of the animation shows that they pulled down was so they can stop paying royalties to the, creative teams.
That's the wild thing, is that those shows are just gone now.
Yeah.
And they were, Warner Brothers shows.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're just not going to put them up. But yeah, there are. Fuck you guys. It's crazy. Absolutely fucking
I
nuts.
saw a thing this afternoon that they made all these moves to get $3 billion in cost savings, and their market share dropped $5.8 billion.
Oh, God.
Like, congratulations. You've done a wonderful job.
It's stuff like
Nailed
this
that
that's like, physical media is still important.
It just, yeah. I when they first started doing it, my initial thought was, this seems really short-sighted and like a bad idea. And then you just said $5.8 billion. Like, there you go, bad idea, short-sighted. Yikes.
Like, how much shit in all this is just going to be lost forever,
A good amount. I remember at some point fairly recently, I saw that there was might have been a filmmaker, it might have been a film historian that was like, 80% of like the movies that were made before 1950 are all just gone, like they don't exist anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who gives a fuck? Most of the movies are mostly trash. Like, you want to watch a movie from the 40s, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are barely movies. What the fuck are you talking about? But don't take away
The
my
funny
movie
thing
from my
about that to me is that most of those are like those early ones are missing because they were like, why would anybody want to save this? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
they
They just
basically like
recorded
taped
over
over it because they were like, oh shit, RoboCop's on TBS. Let me use Casablanca to record it.
Like, what do you mean keep this? We're all gonna die at 41.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's gonna watch this later. Like, that's fucking nuts. That new season of Harley Quinn, I got caught up in that too, and I'm like, there is no way they're making a season 4 of this show, and it's a damn shame because it's super fun.
And that shit might just disappear.
Yeah, it might just go away.
I still can't believe they
Shame.
canceled that Batman show.
That's well,
Because a Batman show
Yeah.
is just printing money, essentially.
Batman show is printing money, but that's the thing. They're just like, oh yeah, we're not gonna put it out. Like, their shop, Warner Brothers, HBO Max, the owners of DC and all of its characters are like, no, let's have someone else put on our Batman cartoon. Like, fucking
Yeah, that's
so
what
fucking
blowing my
weird.
mind is. It's not like it's not your shit. What
Oh
are you
yeah,
doing?
they would just rather, they don't want you to be able to see it with the subscription that you're paying to HBO Max. They want someone else to pay them to show it on their streaming service.
Yeah.
Which is just
Yeah.
like when like Elvis is out on demand, but it's not on HBO Max like it was supposed to be. You can rent it for $20, but it's not on HBO Max yet. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
You know what's wild with Discovery cost cutting is one thing I noticed in the one Discovery show I watch, which is BattleBots. This season, they did not get a new floor for the battle box. So it's all fucked up. It's all fucked up from last year. And in this week's episode, there was like 2 or 3 fights where everyone was having a hard as hell time just moving because the floor's all fucked and some of them are like too close to the ground, so they keep getting stuck on shit.
Oh my god. That's so
That's
fucked.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like they're gonna stop re-icing the ice during hockey games.
Yeah.
You gotta make this ice rink last all season.
It's so crazy.
You
how
knew something
went
was up
from-
with WB when it was like, cool, I got HBO Max. I'm so excited. Let's watch famed WB property Harry Potter. And they're like, nah, that shit's on Peacock. You got to go watch that on Peacock if you want to watch that. It's like, what? Why don't you have your own shit on here? And they'd be, there was no explanation. And it really is just fitting. They got so close to like the pinnacle of streaming services, and then they just fell apart. Like the money ran out and they fell apart.
It really seems like Discovery has no interest in any of the content that HBO has. So they're like, we don't care about those subscribers. So we're just going to strip mine that service, sell it off to everyone else, make money on that stuff, because everyone that's already going to subscribe to Discovery is subscribed. But we'll get a handful of people from the new HBO shows going forward. So it's just free money at that point to them.
Exactly.
But it's like that logic doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, I get it to some degree. I think it's a short-sighted goal, but in those types of businesses, usually it is short-sighted because they're like, what the fuck do I need a payout in 20 years? I won't have this job in 20 years. I need a payout right now. And like, for all the shit we say about Disney and the problems that are caused by Disney owning, half the world, at least when they buy up Star Wars, they aren't like, fucking break it down into component parts and turn it into cash.
Yeah.
Like...
Fucking strip the speeder for parts. We gotta
yeah,
go.
exactly.
So
like,
you
we're
get
not watching
Boba
like
Fett.
Falcon on block.
the Han Solo. What's that channel that shows the Pennyworth show? It's like Epics or like
fucking Epics
Yes.
or some shit. No,
Yeah,
no.
like-
The Paramount Network. What the fuck was it? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
No, I think it was Epics.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
at least we're not watching, the fucking Cassian Andor show on Epics or Acorn TV or whatever. Like
Yeah, I don't know if I would seek out the Andor show if I had to
I know
find
you
it.
wouldn't, but the rest of us.
Did you guys know that they changed the name of Pennyworth?
Yes. What
It's-
did they change the name to now?
It's no longer
That's
just
right.
Pennyworth. It's now Pennyworth, the origin of Batman's butler.
So these
It's
nerds
like-
aren't going to know what Pennyworth is.
If you don't know that Pennyworth is Alfred Pennyworth and he is Batman's butler, then you are only watching that show for whatever the fuck that show is about. And you don't need to know that he's going to be Batman's butler, because you either already know that or you don't care,
Right.
So
like, there's no one out there who's like, oh, fuck, that's about Batman's butler?
So it was the first 2 seasons were on Epix. Season 3, HBO Max.
That's what did it. They were like, whoa, 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 wrong direction. No, thank you.
It's nuts.
So yeah, I've currently
Ridiculous.
slotted HBO Max at the top of my list. As I do with stars and such, where I'll pick a streaming service and be like, I gotta get through everything I want to see on this service before I can watch anything else. I feel that I gotta get through everything I want to see on HBO Max, because at any point in time it could not be there anymore. So
I'm confident enough
Yeah.
in the internet day and age that everything on those streaming services is then immediately on a uTorrent site.
Well, yeah. Kelly says this is why physical media is important. I'm like, this is why piracy is important.
Yes.
Like, if you will not let us continue to watch content that we paid you for, then we will just take it.
Yeah, I've
So what's
I've
up with
Allegedly.
this,
Yeah.
Last of Us show that's going to come out just in time for HBO
We'll
not
see.
to exist?
well, HBO's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking
one of the
HBO.
articles I read referred to HBO Max as a Emmy factory. They're like, yeah, they're taking this Emmy factory and just stripping it down.
Yeah.
Because
It's
they don't care
ridiculous.
about that.
They don't want Emmys. They want cash, and
They
they
want
can turn
moms.
this into cash. Yeah. They want a bonus, big
Yeah.
ol' bonus for the CEO of Discovery.
Sell HBO to Disney, you cowards.
Yeah, do it.
Mhm.
So House of the Dragon came out. Did
You
we
mean
get to
Hot
watch that?
Tea?
Yeah.
Yeah. That had a real traumatizing scene about halfway through where they were like, think we'll just straight up murder this person.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Game of
That-
Thrones does.
It's an HBO show.
It's true. It's true. I was
Yeah,
not
we're waiting
prepared.
for the second. She wants to watch.
What do you think
back to
this is
back.
Stars?
Real shit happens.
Yeah. We're in the HBO, baby.
It was wild. It was wild. I was very much caught off guard. In hindsight, I don't know why.
Yeah,
Should
have
been
you not
prepared,
seen
but I
Game
was
of
not
Thrones?
prepared.
Just,
Were you
yeah,
not
just wait
ready
until
for
you
the
get
hot
to
tea?
the end of the first episode of Game of Thrones.
No, that was that. The end of the first episode of Game of Thrones was not. That was a shocking moment, but it was hardly a like, ugh, like this is an uncomfortable moment, you know?
It wasn't uncomfortable when the brother and sister were fucking, and then the brother shoved a child at the window.
No.
you weren't like, ugh.
I don't think that was uncomfortable because it like
Mahoney's like, yeah, this is just Tuesday on TikTok.
yeah. Well, we'll let Jose watch it after episode 2, and then he can let me know
Were you able to watch it?
an
Not? Did you try-
off-screen child falling out of a window is the same as this scene.
Did you try watching it
alright.
at 9, or did you wait? Because I heard.
I
it, like,
I
kinda
watched
broke
it at
the
like
internet a little bit
midnight,
at
half
9.
in the shower, half out of the shower.
Yeah, a lot of sites crashed when everyone tried watching it.
Just
at 9.
helicopter dick.
Was
That's
it
how
more
I left
or
the
less
shower.
insane than anything that was in a Meatball Machine?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. Fucking
It's
meatball.
What a
machine.
classic.
What a
probably
day.
a slot below Meatball Machine. But Meatball Machine was like consistent, you know?
Yeah.
Consistently meatballs.
What's up, Jose? When you're not watching Game of Thrones, what's happening?
Well, I've been watching this in and out with the lady. She started watching.
Oh.
Hey, it's Never Have I Ever. I don't know what fucking channel it's on. She just started
think-
watching.
That's Netflix, I think. I think Zoe's watching that.
Yeah, I
It's-
think that's Netflix original, and that's Mindy.
It's kind of
Indian
fun.
show?
Yeah, but the hook
Indian
is
show, is that right?
yeah. The hook is that so her dad dies, and it's the family dealing with that. And there's flashbacks and shit. But her dad's favorite was John McEnroe, so her inner monologue is John McEnroe.
What the fuck? Okay.
And then her friend, like everyone's inner monologue is somebody else. The other guy's, his dad is Hollywood super shit Hollywood agent, shitty father.
That's so
His inner monologue is Adam Sandberg because he owes his dad because he got him a good deal on some shit. So he's that kid's inner monologue for the show. And then there's the hot kid that, she's got the crush on. His inner monologue is like a 16-year-old influencer or some shit.
That's weird.
It is weird because when he's talking, it's a girl, and I forget I'm like, oh yeah, he's fucking talking. But it makes for funny jokes. It's pretty funny.
That's funny. All right.
Do recommend.
I'm into that.
It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. And then she started watching something that I'm catching glimpses of. That's the Resort.
Yes. Chidi from The Good Place is in that.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. That looks like a wild mind fuck. I'm gonna have to start that from the beginning. But like this guy's kind of losing his memory. And he, to the outside, he's a little crazy, but he's painting this mural, and apparently, like, that shit means something because he may or may not be I don't know. Like I said, I came in and out, so there's some wild shit, but it does look pretty cool. I will watch
Jose's review of a show he watched half of.
Hey, it was cool enough to catch my attention to want to start it from the beginning. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what.
I'll fucking tell you, bro. That and just got 2 weeks off, really. Nothing really going on.
Hell yeah.
So trying to enjoy that. Catching up on some shit around the house. Get that fucking garage under control.
Did you get Vader yet in Fortnite?
I did. I
Nice.
got it this morning. Had a night, poured some cup of coffee. I had 2 levels to get. I got that fucking dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dragon's badass.
All
I
of the
haven't
Dragon
played
Ball Z
Fortnite
stuff
in
is
a
pretty
long
cool.
time.
Yeah, watching that fuckers yummy 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 yummy
Yeah.
all over the place. That's some cool shit.
Yeah, the real move is the cloud into the Kamihami Heiha.
Oh yeah, that shit works, man. That shit works real well. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind it one fucking bit.
Yeah, but we rolled me, Nice, and Mary, and we're just like destroying everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. There was one point where like it felt like 9 teams were around us, and we was just destroy.
Mhm.
Fucking Hamiya, this motherfucker. That guy's hiding behind the rock. Nope, rock's gone. And the next thing you know, it's just fucking we're surrounded by loot, blood all over us, no ammo. Everyone's got a heal, but everyone else is fucking dead. There ain't no buildings. All the trees are scorched earth. It's fucking wild. That game can be wild. You all right, Fortnite? You and your fucking wacky shit.
Tell you
Apparently
what.
you
I
can
gotta
get
get
Patrick
back in.
Mahomes now. Comes with the yell at your brother emote.
I want to get Patrick Mahomes' wife. I want to be able to play as her. And I want her emote to be that face she made when he told her to pipe down.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, like a game. She
Pipe
turned to
down.
a friend and she was like, he told me, don't have a rested bitch face. You can like read her lips. It was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Do
Hey,
you
man.
know enough about Patrick Mahomes, Lee?
I
You
know
had
he
him on
plays
your
a ball
football
of some
team.
kind.
So Patrick Mahomes is like Patrick Mahomes, the son of a former MLB pitcher, Pat Mahomes. He's a quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's great.
Super
He's
Bowl
great.
champion.
Yeah. Like one of the best quarterbacks in the modern day.
Okay.
But his wife is a fucking train wreck. And his brother is even worse. And it's like all this guy has to do is like if you want to be around Patrick Mahomes, you just got to be chill. You just have to relax. And his brother like will show up at the stadium with his, free tickets because he's Patrick Mahomes' brother. And he'll be like, oh, what do you got? You got somebody's jersey number spray painted on the turf as a tribute because they recently died? I'm going to film a TikTok dance on top of it. And it's like, don't do that.
Oh my god.
Like, don't dance on the dead person's tribute, please. That seems like it should be,
Jesus.
easy to understand. And his wife, like, what was the thing she did? It was like,
The-
November. It's like freezing cold.
Yeah,
And,
they won like the playoff
she
game and they were
sprayed
celebrating.
everybody with champagne. And they're like, we have to drive home. Like, it's 10 degrees outside. We don't want to be covered in champagne.
Yeah, they were in the fancy VIP luxury boxes, and they did the champagne spray from the luxury box onto the fucking pores below them.
Oh my God. Come on, man.
Yep, right.
Whoo.
So that's what he's dealing with. And so they were at a basketball game, and he's sitting there, and his wife is, being her, and he turns to her, and he's just like, you gotta just stop. And she turned to her friend and was like, making all these faces. And so I want to be able to make those faces in
you can read. No, you read her lips. She said, she turned to the friend and was like, he told me not to have so much of a resting bitch face. And then she made the face. Like, that's pretty much what he said. He was like, you gotta stop looking miserable when you're fucking on the sidelines. She was like, where?
Oh my God.
Where?
It's unreal.
Yeah, man. Well, and then they start losing the playoffs, and then now people start questioning, is his concentration, is that what did it? Is he too worried about off-field antics to focus on the game? So now he's like, y'all need to fucking ship the fuck up.
That's fucking wild. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's wrong with people.
Money.
Jesus.
Lee, did you hear about the Cardinals quarterback who this dude did a TikTok and he
Wait, no. Cardinals is baseball.
No, well, both.
No, it's both. It's both.
Well done, Lee. You recognize two sports. I like it.
Yeah.
So there was a weird thing in his new contract. This is Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, and they put something in his contract where they require him to do 4 hours of independent study every week, because the rumor is the Cardinals thought that he was not doing enough watching tape in his off time, and he's playing too many video games. And this guy did a TikTok where he kind of measured the data from before and after the new Call of Duty is released, and his fucking productivity just dips.
His numbers suffer.
Yeah.
And
which is fucking
worse,
wild.
it's even worse. So when the new Call of Duty releases, his productivity drastically declines. But certain weekends are double XP weekends, and on those weekends, it's the worst. He has his worst games. Like, by
Oh my
far.
God.
Fucking hilarious. He's like, yo, double XP weekends, y'all.
Yeah. Imagine.
I mean, I hear him
he's
though.
like-
You gotta get that battle pass, and double XP weekends ain't no joke. You know how quick you can level up your shit.
He's a big name though. Like, he is a highly, highly successful football player.
Yeah, that's not the
Who
shit you want to hear from your fucking
is, like,
starting quarterback.
Tanking his career because he's like, I gotta get the fucking Call of Duty Battle Pass. It's like, buddy, you can buy it.
Yeah,
You have
you
all
don't
the money
have
in the
to.
world.
Yeah, you can buy every skin ever released.
He's
Yeah.
also was kind of holding the organization hostage to one point, so he was a two-sporter in college, and before he got drafted, he got drafted by a baseball team too. Like, he could go either way. And at one point, he's like, "Well, I'll just go play baseball if you guys are going to sign me to a long-term deal." So now you're trying to fuck with them about a long-term deal, and you're over here. You can't even stop playing the video games, and you want to get paid.
But hey, better to be addicted to video games than sexually harassing people while they're giving you massages.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
shit.
seriously.
At least the TikTok wasn't correlations between your play before and after a massage.
Yeah, what if Deshaun Jackson just goes off after a
Oh,
massage?
he probably had the best games of his life after.
It's like,
Wouldn't
nothing
you?
gets me as hype as coming on someone without their consent.
Yeah, you're relaxed as fuck. You got your massage. His numbers are probably great. And apparently there's no conscience behind any of it, because it's not like he did it twice. So to him, that's a fucking That's a normal Tuesday. Too far Tuesday.
God.
Every day. Oh, and then the league. Guess he he was like suspended 4 or 6 games, which was now changed to 11. Guess who they play the week he comes back?
His former team.
Houston?
You think the NFL playing that one? They
Probably.
said ratings, motherfuckers.
Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
Lee, our fantasy football draft is on Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
I asked in the
can't be
Discord
right.
if anybody had any suggestions for the Pop Fantasy Football show going forward, and Vetter said it needs more Lee.
I think
What?
it would be excellent if you were on the Pop Fantasy Football show.
Lee, you can have my spot.
Yeah, Kelly's gone. We replaced him with the Kelly Bot 5000 for the season. That was his punishment for coming in last year. It came down to that, or he had to undergo chemo, if you recall.
I think I chose right.
Right to the extremes. Quit fantasy football and take chemo like a real man.
Oh God!
We
if
don't
only
fuck
you picked
around.
chemo.
I was like, Kelly, you either have to leave the league for a year's banishment, or you have to find a way to stand that Zoe doesn't make fun of you. He was like, I'll take the banishment.
I tell you what, I'm like walking around now, or I'm standing places, and I'm very conscious of like, what do I look like? Are the children laughing at me?
She's an emotional terrorist, Lee.
Yeah, you can't think about that, because that's how she wins. That's how that fucking monster gets you.
To think of all the times we stood up for her for not having any lights on in her whole room.
Yeah. Remember all those dads I threatened to fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Kid's a fucking monster.
They're
They're all monsters.
She needs to watch herself. I'll threaten to fuck her dad.
He said, I'll do it to
Threaten
his
you with a
face.
good time,
too.
Jason Nice.
I'll fucking threaten him to his face. Well, to his earbuds.
We will all come to your house and have an orgy with your dad, Zoe.
Mahoney will bring a nice rug to lay out for us.
I'll bring a nice rug. You know I will.
Better get your fucking grades up. We all fucking your dad.
God damn.
Don't think we're going to be quiet about it.
We're gonna make so many noises.
Ugh. That's a good one.
It's just going to be all of us on the other side of the wall from Zoe being really complimentary to each other. Be like, no, that's a really nice dick. That's really good. That's great.
Well, you stand really cool.
Yeah.
Whew. Jesus Christ. All right. Kelly, what you got?
Who
Not
dad you
much.
fucking this week?
I haven't really fucked any dads this week. I've been too busy watching wrestling to prep for my show, which you
Oh
can
shit!
listen to.
You saw who's back?
It's The Rock.
Who's champs?
Fucking finger guns, yo.
Oh yes, Finger Guns is back.
Finger and Dan the Jizz Man.
Finger and
Mhm.
Dan the Jizz Man back to fighting the trios title tournament with a shirt on. He's gonna strip away a piece of armor every week. It'll be glorious.
Oh, it's gonna be like an Incubus concert.
Yep, exactly like that.
That's wild.
But yeah, no, I haven't really been doing much. I've been looking at a lot of Stephen Platt art. Because that guy
Okay.
rules, and he only did
All right,
like
yeah.
20 comics. But man, everyone's so beefy. And it all looks so stupid, and I love it. Everyone's just got giant masses of muscle, and it's like, fuck yeah, dude. That guy works in like concept art now.
Okay.
I found his Instagram. He's like, can't wait for you guys to see this, and it's all like it has the Secret Invasion logo. So I'm
Oh,
like, fuck
shit.
yeah, Prophet's gonna be in Secret Invasion. Let's go. I would be
Bad
the
Rock.
happiest. I would be the happiest boy in the world if Secret Invasion isn't actually about anything Marvel or Skrull related, and it's just a Prophet show.
That would be fucking off the wall, Kelly.
I would be the happiest boy.
Oh shit!
It's just that 2-part crossover with Prophet and Bloodstrike where they fight in a sewer. And it's the best fight scene in all of comics. At one point, they both get impaled on different ends of a big pipe, and they fight their way towards each other while they're impaled on the pipe. It's amazing.
I had that Bloodstrike comic that was like all black, but wasn't it polybagged? I don't think
Rub the Blood?
I ever knew what that dude looked like.
So Bloodstrike initially is a team, and then it eventually just becomes a guy. So you probably had it when it was still a team.
I wonder if I'm thinking of the same thing. It was just one of those like ubiquitous 90s Image comic, variant covers.
Probably came in a multi-pack.
Yeah.
I honestly think we're at a point in superhero movies where someone could pull off a balls out Image Comics team movie.
Dude, I'm here for it.
Oh sure.
A Wildcats or a Youngblood, but like
Fuck
you got to
that.
90s the fuck out of it, right?
Michael Bay's Youngblood.
Okay.
Dude, yeah.
Like, let's do it.
No, that's a great fit.
Yeah. It would be incredible.
Just Michael Bay, Rob Liefeld just broing out on set.
Yes.
Just
They'd have so much fun together.
each one trying to top the other one, and then Michael Bay's framing up a shot, and Rob's like, I don't know, could you go up a little higher, cut off the feet?
Okay, I got a brand here.
Yeah, I want
Fucking
the extreme universe. I want Youngblood. I want Bloodstrike. I want Prophet. All those guys. Give me all of them.
I mean,
You know
Not
what would be
doing
the move?
anything else with them?
You take all those guys, which are derivative of, all the Marvel and DC heroes anyways.
Sure.
And you give them to Zack Snyder.
No.
And you let Zack Snyder
Why?
create his Snyderverse
No.
with
No.
Youngblood instead of the
No.
Justice League.
Why do you
No.
say these things to hurt me?
I know you don't want that.
No.
I know
think-
you don't want that, but you already have a built-in audience that wanted those stories. So you're like, fine, you want a grim, hyper-violent Zack Snyder comic book world? Here you go. It stars Shaft and Youngblood.
Yeah, but it would lack
mean-
the fun.
Yeah, it
I
wouldn't
get it.
have
I
the
know.
bright colors.
Listen, I'm not saying that I personally would enjoy it. I'm saying if you wanted to print yourself some money, that's how you do it.
I don't know if Zack Snyder should be allowed on a film set.
No,
ever
I don't think
again.
he should make anything ever.
Yeah.
I know. I
think
agree.
I think he should
But-
work on his family life first.
We are the minority,
Kelly,
or
Kelly.
we are probably the majority, but there is that loud vocal minority who
Mostly
who-
robots.
Yeah.
well, somebody's buying those planes that were flying banners over Comic-Con.
Yeah, Zack
I assure
Snyder.
you it was Zack Snyder.
It was the marketing firm or whatever that Zack Snyder hired. The troll farm.
Wait, what?
Yeah, didn't we talk about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. We did. Yeah, you're right. I'm back. Give me a second, but I'm back.
Lee was too busy looking up pictures of Stephen Platt drawing Moon Knight with his thick ass quads.
He was
Those are
googling.
some thick ass quads.
Oh, that
He was
dude can
googling
draw
Aubrey
some-
O'Day.
No one's ever drawn quads as thick as Stephen Platt does.
Okay,
Just the fattest quads you can get.
I was mistaken. I wasn't thinking of Bloodstrike, but I'm sure I had a Bloodstrike comic at one point. I was thinking Death Blow. This cover.
There you go.
Glow.
The
Okay.
all black where it was part gloss, part matte to kind of give. It's a Jim Lee.
Okay, yeah. It's the Jim Lee one.
And then it's got the embossed like metallic logo.
That's when he was trying to draw like Frank Miller.
Makes sense. A little gritty.
Yeah. You know what I started reading the other day? Cyberforce. Because they just put out a trade of, like,
the new one or the old shit?
the old shit, because they're starting to put out like a complete collection trade volume 1, and it's thick as hell, and it's a whole bunch of issues. And I picked it up, and man, Cyberforce is just X-Men without the baggage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying
I
it.
like that they like will dust them off again every once in a while, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, every now and then.
Okay, I know Ripclaw. I don't know the dude. I don't know his name, but the dude with the metal arm I remember. Who are these characters?
Stryker. The big guy in the back is Impact.
Nice.
I think the lady all the way on the left is Cyblade.
Yeah, I remember Cyblade now.
And then the girl in the center is Velocity.
Looking at it now, it's wild that they didn't get their fucking pantsuit off.
Oh, it's just X-Men. And the one guy in the lower right corner, I can't think of his name right now, but he's just Cyclops, but he has Havoc's powers.
Yeah. 90s were wild, y'all.
Yeah.
90s were wild.
If you're ever digging through quarter bins, find yourself a copy of Prophet number 8 and thank me later. Best single issue. Best fight scene. It's so good.
I completely forgot that they did X-Men versus Cyberforce. Of course.
And they were just like, this is the same picture.
Hey,
Yeah.
fanboy, no ads.
Nuts. Oh, shit. All right, so Mahoney, what you got going on, Mahoney?
I mean, I kind of dispersed my week throughout all of your weeks.
That's how you do a good week. You just disperse it.
Yeah.
Disperse the fuck out of it.
I told you a little here. I told him a little there. I told you
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
there.
Exactly.
You got the gist of me. What I did.
Yeah.
What I do.
If you don't know what I did by now, you haven't been paying attention to the show, listening audience.
I respect it.
Did you have a good trip?
I did have a good trip.
Are you
It was
recharged?
a very good trip. I will tell you, if ever you drive somewhere between 10 and 12 hours
No.
with your family, be prepared that somewhere around like hour 11, when you like hit the rumble strip for your lovely
Yeah.
wife to be like, are you going to murder all of us? Because it is a thing I am very, very hyper-focused on and concerned about right now. And then you have to be like, over the span of 12 hours, you try to keep the car off of the rumble strip for the entire 12 hours. Like, sometimes it's just, you got a tractor trailer next to you and you're like, that guy's a little close and you're a little over on the left. Like, it doesn't mean I'm going to Final Destination us. Just chill.
I think that's what everybody says, though, right before they get Final Destination
Yeah.
in her defense.
That's fair.
My wife gets a little anxious in the car when I'm driving.
Tell me about it.
Uh,
Couldn't be me. Don't know what that would be like.
you want to see her real anxious? Put her in the back seat when Jose's driving.
Oh my god.
Hey, I drive fine. You're accurate.
So on our way down to Maryland, it's the night before. Trip anxiety is at its peak. She's packing like every kind of snack, and it was like she's got like 15 bags of Cheetos in case somebody wants Cheetos. I'm like, the places we stop at on the way, because none of us can eat anything anymore. Like, we stop at like Target. So if somebody wanted Cheetos, we could just buy fucking Cheetos at Target. Like, we don't have to pack this many snacks. And she comes to bed at like midnight. We're leaving at 4. So
Oh
then
my
we're
God.
on the road on the way down, and she's like, she's worried that I'm getting tired. She's like, I don't know, I just feel like you're tired. I'm like, I got 3.5 hours of sleep and drove 12 hours. Of course I'm fucking tired. Like, what do you mean you're worried that I'm tired? Yeah, sure am. I got my shit done, because that's what I do.
Goddamn right, son. You're
Remember
a fucking professional.
one of the first times we talked about your Maryland trip, and we were all kind of blown away by how long of a drive it was, and then the whole thing about New England happened.
Yeah. When Lee
what, you
thought
mean when I was-
Maryland was in New England.
It fucking is.
It is not.
It's New
It is
England
not.
adjacent at best.
No. False.
Hallucinadjacent.
Feeling very attacked right now.
Bro,
Getting gassed.
that She-Hulk show.
Yes.
Pretty
Let's
fun.
take a moment and talk about that fucking She-Hulk show, man.
You know, we all
It
had
is
our reservations.
Such a blast.
Yeah, it's real fun. We had our reservations about the CGI, but I feel, especially after a half-hour episode, you get used to the flaws, and what you would expect were flaws are actually not flaws. It's actually pretty good CGI in some cases.
Right, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think it's just, a lot of it is just, it's a really good representation of that actress's face and features as a Hulk.
Yeah, she's great.
She is great. She's so great, and it's so fun, and like all the stuff with Banner was really good. I really liked that they built a set with all the stuff that's like 2 feet too high for Hulk. It's fucking great.
Yeah,
Really,
there's
really cool.
some shots where like Hulk is kneeling down to talk to Jen, and it's like, that is a small child standing in front of Mark Ruffalo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's big, that Hulk.
I never even considered
Real
it
big.
until, the show opens with Jen and Bruce on a road trip together. And never, we've known the show was happening for a while, but not until I saw them in a car together that I'm like, yes, I 100% believe that these people are cousins.
Yeah, they were great. They had an awesome
Nice chemistry together.
their chemistry was great.
They're
were
both
awesome,
kind of like vaguely ethnic, maybe Jewish.
right. Right, yeah. And there's a lot of really just fun stuff in it. Just that the stuff with Banner was great. Kind of had, reminiscing about, Cap and Tony and stuff like that. You can tell that he fucking misses his friends.
Still
It's
sore,
great.
yeah.
It's really
And
good.
he's training her, and he keeps realizing that she's just leaps ahead of where he was at the same time. And he's just like,
Yeah.
wow, I mean, good for you, I've fucking been doing this for like 10 years now, but great job, bye.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, as you would expect, the toxic side of the internet was like, oh, so She-Hulk is just immediately good at everything, and the Hulk is just bad and has to train for 10 years. And it's like, you're missing the fucking point. The Hulk is the Hulk because Bruce Banner went through fucking trauma. And She-Hulk didn't go through that trauma. And so when Bruce is like, I have to teach you how to deal with your emotions and your anger and repress it all because otherwise that monster in your head will come out. She's like, no, buddy, that shit didn't happen to me. Like, you're projecting all of those problems onto me, a normal person. I don't deal with
Wait,
that.
he assumed that the Hulk was gonna be a separate personality.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
She's like, nope, still me.
It's pretty funny to think
Yeah,
about.
he's like, you don't have another There's not another guy in there. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
It's like, no. The problem is not that you're the Hulk. The problem is that you have some damage that you need to address. Like,
Yeah, whether you turn green or not, you still may have had a split personality and fucking
exactly.
gone all psycho in your old age.
She-Hulk in a Led Zeppelin t-shirt, definitely high on my list of kinks. We almost did top 6 nice kinks for this week just because She-Hulk is just...
And now all of them have something to do with green.
We've watched it twice now just because it's like...
Wow, really? That's awesome.
We might watch the first one leading into the next one. Is it Wednesday or Thursdays?
Thursdays.
Yeah, we might watch them both.
I on the second rewatch, I posed this theory to Mary since, okay, Hulk's little hideaway was previously a Tony Stark home that he then gifted to Bruce as his lab and joked, I might come back and take it back one day. So, and we know that Tony Stark in the MCU is a big fan of classic rock, AC/DC, Black Sabbath. He's got the t-shirts. So that's a Tony Stark t-shirt and shorts, most likely, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool touch. I never noticed that.
I would not have thought about that, but yeah, absolutely. I really enjoyed the fourth wall breaking. What little there was pretty fun. Like, just they fucking just nailed the spirit of. And I like that, She-Hulk is, it's something of a niche character, been around a minute, but like, she's not Iron Man, but for someone to really give that much of a shit about She-Hulk to nail the She-Hulk show, I think it's pretty awesome. They did the same thing with I feel like they did the same thing with the Ms. Marvel show. They just fucking nailed the spirit of it,
Yeah, it's like you get the feeling of the comics. Like, they even do she just talks to the viewer.
Right, yeah. And it's just, I don't know, just enough. It's just enough. It's great. So much fun.
Yep.
She's gonna bang so many dudes. Captain America fucks.
Yeah.
She-Hulk
fucks.
Captain America fucks. That part was great.
Yeah, when she's doing the mental the math in her head, like, okay, when would he have ever had time to fuck? Just think about it. And then finally Banner was like, no, Captain America fucked. He's like, yes, I knew it.
It actually makes a lot of sense. Like, you can see where she's coming from of, like, he wouldn't have had any time to fuck. But then you're like, oh, yeah, wait. He was the perfect physical specimen on a tour with, like, 30 USO girls. So, he probably
really
was doing
saving
fine.
the day back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he got tired of swimming in it, he's like, man, I gotta punch somebody.
He's holding 3 of them over his head like that motorcycle while the rest of them are going to work.
Deborah Ann Wolf's away from him.
Oh my God.
All these fucking dogs just trying to knock on the door. Yuck. And she was like genuinely sad. She was like, no, he doesn't deserve to be a virgin.
Yeah, she was like,
it's true.
She was like, did you see his ass in that suit? Come on. It was America's ass.
So, is that the last time we see Banner till the end?
That makes sense.
I think it might be the last time we see Banner at all.
No,
they'll bring it back for the
you
next
got to
Avenger movie,
bookend it
if nothing
with the
else.
2 of them. Yeah.
Well, yeah. At
He'll
all
show-
in She-Hulk, I mean. Not the last time we ever see Banner, but...
No.
Well, I think season finale, he'll have to show up for some reason. They will sonic boom clap together at some point.
They'll fucking fight Abomination. Yeah.
She says, I'll see you at the next family dinner. So there's going to be a little epilogue where they're at family dinner, they're hanging out again, and he's like, I told you you got to be a superhero, you see now, right? You understand. Yeah. I was right.
That'll be a good one. Now, from here,
where's
make him go wild and
shower?
send her out to stop him. Like,
Well, no,
What
I
if-
mean, she's gonna fight the Abomination.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And do that in your She-Hulk show, and then make a Planet Hulk.
Oh, I got
Obviously not actual Planet Hulk, but make a Planet Hulk type show the same way Secret Invasion and Armor Wars is derivative, and have She-Hulk fight the Hulk in that.
I watched one of those Easter egg videos that suggests, because it's a Sicarian courier ship
right? Yeah.
that sends the car off the road, and the theory is that Scar is already king on Sakaar. They deposed the Grandmaster already, and since time, they're in a weird like interstellar time and space or whatever. So he's got a full-grown adult son who's the king of Sakaar now.
That would be
so
cool.
They sent a ship to serve him his papers.
Yeah, intergalactic child support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like back due child support. You say, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, you got this under control. Go handle that. Go be a lawyer.
Yeah, because
I got some shit to do.
talking about fucking, Hulk was throwing around green ropes all over Sakaar.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Everywhere.
For sure.
No question.
Hulk
Like,
smash.
No question.
Yeah, if it just took a little bit of blood to get in, what about all that?
Oh my god.
I mean, fuck, how many people got pregnant just from accidentally eating at a restaurant near him?
No, it's just wrapping his dick in steel belt radial tires. Oh my god, it's fucking great. It's gonna be awesome. And what Tahani for the good place? She's what, Titania? Is that right?
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
I'm into that too.
Titanium? Love that song.
It was a real rushed little end bit there, but I feel like they'll make up for it.
So what I
yeah.
understand is the Hulk parts of that episode were supposed to be episode 8. And
What?
yep, they were going to save all of the origin and the Hulk stuff for the end. And
Just
then
jump
they were
into it?
like, nah, that doesn't make any sense. So I think that the Titania part being like a rushed ending is just a factor of they basically recut the whole beginning of the show.
So do you want a longer fight in the courtroom and miss everything about the origin in the first episode,
Right.
or
So,
skip
like,
the origin, you get a longer fight?
We got to get to the courtroom to where episode 2 starts. So how do we
Yes, right.
Yeah.
reverse engineer?
And you got to figure Titania probably ties into that guy that she's trying to prosecute, and
Right.
like there's going to be this whole season-long mystery. So like, yeah, that'll all come. Like, I'm glad they spent the time on how did you become She-Hulk and the relationship with her and Bruce. So
Well, yeah, you get that out of the way, so now it becomes
Yeah.
her story.
yeah, saving that for episode 8 would have been a disaster, I think.
Because I feel, especially if you wait that long, something more important is probably going to be happening at the same time, and the entire time the origin's going on, we're like, all right, can we get back to the cool stuff?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just yanks
yeah.
the momentum
How
out of the
many-
story completely. Right.
How many episodes are there? 8?
I'm
Probably
guessing
6.
somewhere like
So
8.
the
yeah.
season finale is how she became the Hulk? That's stupid.
Yeah. So again, I'm glad they changed it. But
9 episodes. So
It
yeah,
still
they were
would've
going
been
to go
great for
origin,
a
then
whole
finale.
Episode 8, because you're going into this big cliffhanger of the last episode, and they're like, now let's tell you how it all started.
The Walking Dead method.
Right. right. No, for real. Yeah.
But it's not going to be until that last episode where she puts on her purple and white jumpsuit, because that's how it works in the
Oh.
Disney Plus shows.
Absolutely.
Well, that makes sense. So then it would have been at the end of training, she like left in that suit.
I'm
So the
going to
next time
say
you saw her, she was in
she
the suit.
gets that suit quickly after she signs with that other law firm, and they're using her as kind of a
Like the mascot.
yeah,
It's like the sponsor.
because she's in that when they showed Daredevil in the trailer. And they're not saving
That's
him
true.
for the last episode.
Holy shit, I forgot.
Oh, if they save Daredevil for the last, like, if he's like the final shot, people are gonna lose their fucking mind. They're gonna be so mad.
just him standing on the building. Hey,
Yeah, he's like, She-Hulk,
Credit.
we need to talk. Credits. Like,
you want to join my firm? Credit.
She-Hulk, I found out that Martian Manhunter's my mom.
Well,
Martian Manhunter's been fucking my dad all these years.
so she's
Believe me,
gonna
no one's
do-
more surprised than me.
I said that he stands funny one fucking time.
She's joining this law firm that defends these corporations and superheroes or supervillains or whatever. And then Matt Murdock's over here doing pro bono cases, trying to help like superpowered people or people affected by superpowers. So you're gonna see a clash there. Is he gonna show up and be like, "What are you doing defending the Abomination? You're a Hulk."
That might be it, yeah. It's also kind of nuts that they bring back the Abomination in the Shang-Chi movie and then now, which I'm into because I fucking love Tim Roth. I'm glad to see him back. But then, like, if you watched those Marvel Legends shows,
Right.
that they do the little like recaps or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yeah, no, we first saw Hulk in Avengers. Like that's where he comes from. Like,
Oh no!
nothing else. Yeah, there is no reference to that Incredible Hulk movie whatsoever.
Well,
Which
it's
that
not
got me
on
thinking,
Disney
too.
Plus. I don't.
No.
Could they use the footage?
I
They might
think
not be able to.
I think it might be on HBO Max or
It sure is.
Paramount
I
Plus.
can tell you.
But like I was thinking about that too, and I'm like, did they just do like the world's worst licensing agreement with Universal?
yes.
Pretty
Because
much.
Yeah.
it's been like, fucking 20 years, and they're like, nah, still can't make a Hulk movie. Still can't do it. Like, so they just
cut him
did
a
some
check.
dickhead just give them rights to the Hulk movies like in perpetuity. Like what the fuck?
It's ridiculous. And you know what? You're going to see the same thing happen to like Warner Brothers. They're going to sell off fucking all their superhero rights to other studios, and then they're not going to be able to make a Justice League movie for fucking 15 years until they
They're
buy
gonna
them
make
all
it,
back.
but it's gonna be like Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
And fucking all these random assholes.
Well, you say that, but then I remember one of the things that Homeboy was saying was he was like, yeah, we're going to try to make our DC superhero movies good now. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, he's like, we're going to focus on quality of our superhero movies. And
We're going to have a plan.
which is, funny, but also just what a dick slap
Yeah.
to everyone who's been working on these movies.
But did you hear what his fucking plan is? They're going to
What a
follow
stupid
the
plan.
Avengers method.
Oh.
Like, you guys tried that. You did it poorly, but like
No, they didn't. They didn't try. Didn't try
They
to do
put the cart
Avengers
before
method
the
because the
horse.
Avengers wasn't the first movie.
Right,
right.
right.
Also, that was what 10 years ago. It's like, we've had 10 years to reflect on the success of the Avengers, and by God, we're really gonna get our shit together.
It makes you think that the head of Discovery Warner now, like, he was just so removed from anything where they buy Warner Media and they're like, oh shit, we got DC movies? Why don't they make DC movies anymore? You know what? They should do the DC movies like they do the Marvel movies. You guys seen these Marvel movies?
People love them. They make
Yeah,
so
this-
much money.
It's wild.
This whole time, he has not realized that they've been doing this.
And meanwhile, The Rock's over here in his T-shirt that says the balance of power in the DC universe has shifted.
Oh my god. You know,
Yeah,
if
The Rock
anyone
has a real hard on for Black Adam.
if anyone
he
can
really
make it
does.
happen,
Gonna make it
it's
happen.
The Rock.
Well,
Or
you know
die
what
trying.
though? Like, as he should.
Yeah.
Like, if you are starring in the Black Adam movie, then even if you're like, man, this movie kind of sucks and Black Adam's kind of lame, you're like, this is the greatest movie
Yeah,
I've
sell
ever
it.
seen, and Black Adam's the coolest character, and this is why you should care about him.
He's
know,
been
like,
trying to get this movie made for like a decade. So
Yeah.
like I am not surprised at all that he's pushing
I did
for
not
it so
realize that he was actively campaigning to keep
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Adam
Oh,
away
God,
from
yeah.
Shazam.
Well, that's the thing. He was supposed to be in the Shazam movie, and he was like, "I don't want to be
In that
the
garbage.
secondary storyline of the Shazam movie. The real way to do this is do your Shazam movie, do your Black Adam movie, and then bring them together to fight each other."
And
Like,
then I beat the shit out of him.
Right.
Do you even know how this works, motherfucker? I
And, like-
punch everyone.
right,
Guess
and
what?
to be
Black
honest,
Adam is not going
he's
to do
right.
a job to Shazam.
Right, like he's correct. Like they were wrong, you know. Like, so
He's like, Did
Shazam,
you,
you
not
have a
watch the
bright
Fast and
future in
Furious?"
this industry, but I'm never doing the job for you.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool. Like,
Yeah.
no one wanted to make that Deadpool movie more than Ryan Reynolds for fucking ever. And then he did it, and it was a massive fucking success. Because, like, you know, I mean, this shit's always better. You know, we said it 1,000 times. Like, this shit's always better when someone who gives a shit about the characters does
course.
it. You know,
Mhm.
look at the first Suicide Squad movie and then the new one. Like,
mhm.
guess what? One of those filmmakers gave a shit about Suicide Squad. Guess which one it was? You know,
Right.
Definitely David Ayer.
yeah, he fucking loves Suicide Squad.
He was
Rick
like
Flag- Rick
Suicide
Flag
Squad,
tattoo.
that comic that's famous for Harley Quinn's ass, right? That's what we
Crash
like about
circles
that.
in the sky.
Yeah.
James Gunn is a recurring character in the Harley Quinn cartoon as James Gunn, and it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Billy Bob Thornton playing himself is playing Thomas Wayne in a Thomas Wayne biopic that James Gunn is directing. Clayface really wants to get in the movie. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's
so
really
stupid.
surprising they haven't thrown the keys to James Gunn as far as DC goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
And they said they
They've
want
said-
a Feige type person.
Exactly. They've hinted that they want that. Why
As
not
they
take
keep
James
looking
Gunn?
past the Feige type person that's
Maybe
there?
he doesn't want that.
Well,
Yeah.
they've probably
wouldn't
got to
if I were
wait
him.
until he's all wrapped up with Guardians.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I could see,
Guardians.
like, are you ready to walk away from Guardians to do this?
Well, no, he's done. Well, Guardians comes out May, I think, and that's
they've,
it.
They've
yeah.
probably got to wait until after that's out,
Yeah.
so that he can be completely divorced from the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, Guardians comes out in May, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the Christmas special comes out this year.
Yes,
It might be next
As
year.
it should.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Groot shorts?
A
haven't seen
couple of
those yet,
them,
no.
yes.
They're
Yeah,
fun.
I've seen a couple and I've heard all of them because that's how I watch most of my TV, listening to the kids watch it.
Yeah, no, they're fun. It was
Yeah.
obnoxious how you had to keep clicking through instead of them just like playing one after the other.
What the fuck,
Yeah.
Because
guys?
they treat them like individual things instead of a
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
they're
It's
not.
a series. They're listed as like their own. That's why we thought only one came out. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Well-
okay, well, maybe they just came out.
Even
like,
that
the
is
same
weird
day as
because
She-Hulk.
Disney Plus has in the past, when they have shorts like that, you can watch the individual shorts or one long episode that is all of them
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah.
It's like, just give me that.
Yeah.
Like, cut them all together.
Yeah, it was very strange. But they're a lot of fun. And they look really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably easier. You're not blending anything into real shit. It's just all CG. Go do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna see that Batgirl movie at some point, you guys. It's not gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
finished. It's not gonna have special effects, but we're gonna see it.
It'll get out because they can't get rid of the footage.
Right.
They have to desperately hang on to it to make sure it's not being monetized in any way.
Or they didn't know that and they did get rid of the footage.
I have a hard time thinking they
that
could fuck up.
somebody there
that
didn't
bad.
know that it's worse that way.
Yeah, because
'Cause,
even
yeah,
though
they-
this dude is coming in and setting everything on fire,
They
there's-
know what they're doing.
There's still some old school Warner Brothers people there that are like,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, they know what they're doing. If their end game is money, then yeah.
Yeah.
Like
and
we
the end
don't
game.
like what they're doing, but they don't obviously they don't give a fuck about what we like.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think they deleted it, because if they did, that would end up costing them more money because they wouldn't be able to claim the tax incentive then.
So yeah, that's probably the first 10th, 20, and 50th thing their text guy sent. And fucking don't delete anything.
Yeah.
Again, assholes, don't delete anything.
I guess a bunch of the people that worked on Scoob were able to save some of the stuff from that.
Well, they just may have got to it sooner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they kind of had a little better knowledge of.
Well, and that was still also very unfinished.
Scuba Doo.
Yeah,
Whereas Batgirl was like all shot.
Yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head though. Like I've not seen in a very long time, just such a wanton disregard for a subscriber base and a fan base. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
Fuck them.
They don't care.
Burn it all.
Fans in general, they're like, we don't give a fuck about you nerds.
Everyone was so excited to make their own streaming service. Now everybody's like, oh god, this streaming service was a bad idea. We gotta get rid of all this shit.
Yeah.
Here comes cable again.
I've been saying that from the beginning, that this all ends with cable somehow being the cheap alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they've all collectively $12.99 you to fucking death.
Yeah, I think Sling has an option where you can get all of your apps through Sling for like a discounted price.
That's kind of
Like it's like
so
adding
cable.
them to your account like you would add Showtime or HBO back in the day.
Yeah. That's where I see it going. I don't think there'll be like I don't think it'll go back to cable. I think there'll be a new version of cable that is essentially what you just described.
Like a hub?
YouTube TV,
Yeah.
we're going back to YouTube TV for fantasy football season,
Football?
but
Yeah.
also it is way superior to Sling.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be Sling that does it, but somebody will bundle all the things together. Roku or one of these names will bundle it all together. And
Yeah,
make it
Roku,
cheaper,
go
and
ahead,
it'll essentially
Roku.
be cable, and you'll be like, okay, weird.
Bring TiVo back.
Yeah, TiVo, Roku, like somebody that people know. Sling could do it too. People know Sling. They
Tout.
gotta fix their interface.
Jose, we're bringing back Tout.
Oh shit, somebody's got to. It's making the hard choices. Gotta tout.
The more they make their pushes on, like, we don't want you sharing your password, like, you can't be giving your family members the password, like, all this nonsense with the passwords reminds me of comics. And they were like, man, all this piracy is just really hurting the comic industry. Like, people aren't buying comics because you can pirate them on the internet. And it's like, no, see, but they're pirating comics that they would not pay you money for.
Right,
So
right, exactly.
you're not losing an audience because they would not pay you that money. So they're reading your comic and they're talking about it, which is better than them just not knowing you even exist, because they're not going to pay you $4 for that comic.
Yeah.
And now maybe they'll make a fan and they'll go see your fucking movie one day and buy
Right,
your
like,
t-shirts and your toys.
I'm not going to pay for Peacock. I don't know why my brother pays for Peacock, but he does. So I'll watch the shows on Peacock and I'll talk about them and I'll tell people, hey, this show's cool. But I'm not going to pay. If he says I cancel my Peacock subscription,
It's
oh
done.
well,
Yeah.
goodbye. Like.
I think we're at the point where the only big streaming service we don't have is Apple TV or Apple Plus, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, same.
I have about 27 years in free Apple TV that I have simply not redeemed.
Mhm.
So much.
Exactly.
Like every time you buy an iPhone or an iPad, you're like, hey, here's a year of Apple TV. I have so many years of free Apple TV, and I'm like,
I do want to see
Good.
that the Always Sunny. I watched a couple of those. The game developer show he did.
oh yeah, that is a thing on there, yeah.
The I can't.
Todd
Like
Michael
Lasso.
I said,
But this is the thing with Apple TV. Like, I don't know anybody who has it. I'm not interested enough to redeem all of my free Apple TV subscriptions. And so, like, I know Ted Lasso is cool. I know there's a bunch of shows on there that are cool. They just simply don't exist in my world.
Yeah. Yeah, see? It's like Audrey O'Day. For me,
Yeah.
it does not exist in my world.
Like, Lee, you would not pay money to be informed about Aubrey O'Day if I wasn't giving it
Definitely
to you
not.
for free. Yeah.
Nope.
Lee
Nope.
pirating
It's a
all of
perfect
his
microcosm.
Aubrey O'Day information.
Please out on 4chan looking up bootleg Aubrey O'Day stories.
Shit, you guys, I just downloaded the entire season 3 of Making the Band.
You'd fucking love it if you did. That sounds like a really good time. Let's do that. Let's do that next week.
Just watch Making the Band.
Let's watch Andrea sweat it out because she can't dance.
We should watch the original Making the Band with the rap group.
No, we want to watch Making the Band 3 with
With
Danny
Dylon.
We should
Dylon,
yeah, we should watch
Dylon.
this Chappelle Show fucking version of it. Put that hot fire.
So yeah, She-Hulk's real good,
Never
y'all.
stick, y'all.
It's gonna be fun. And I think that's the show. What a quality broadcast you got for people today.
She-Hulk's pants aren't the only ones that are getting tight every time there's a new episode.
Bendeck
shit.
is your best friend, Nice. That's what we learned.
All my shit's stretchy. Come on, you know me.
All of it.
Fucking A. All right. So we're back next week. We're gonna talk about something fucking stupid. Who knows what? Might just be more She-Hulk. Who knows?
9/11.
Maybe more. Yes, that's it. The anniversary show. Jesus Christ. So yeah, for Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney, I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll talk to you fools next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Night. Love ya. Bye-bye.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit. You fucking Google ass bitch.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
You fucking
Google ass bitch. Why you keep bugging us, you two?
you fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.